you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Fragrance Friday. I'm super excited to share this with you. It's gonna be kind of a combo video. I was tagged by the lovely Takara here on YouTube, and I'm gonna do the tag at the end of this video showing you how I put fragrance on. And I do have different methods depending on whether I'm going to bed with a fragrance, if I'm going to work in a hospital with a fragrance on, or if I'm going out, or if I'm just wearing it home. So I'm gonna put that towards the end of the video. I want to thank Takara so much for tagging me. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. But here on this channel today, we are also gonna be talking about my small collection of Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture fragrances. And you guys were asking once I hauled that Bubbly fragrance that if I could do an updated version, and I am now bringing this forward to you. But before we go any further, I am going to tell you what's on my lips. On my lips, I do have number 620 from L'Oreal from the collection exclusive from Julianne Moore. So this is the color here. I have that all over my lips. I did line my lips though, mind you, with an Annabelle lip liner in the color Natural Rose. It's kind of, don't know if you guys can see that. It's quite a light pink. And then of course, as one does, you put gloss on, at least in this channel. So I have Buxom's lip gloss in Pink Lady on my lips. And now for what's on my nails. Not gonna talk too much about this nail polish. I've spoken about it so much. It's my favorite nail polish of all my collection. Its last day is today. It's been on for a week. This is from Color Club. This is the color Will Never Be Royals, number 1210. Absolutely love this. I actually found this at Winners for $5.99, but you can go on any nail polish website and find a whole bunch of the different ones in their range. And I just love this one because it goes purple, it goes orange, it goes blue. It's just an awesome color. Love it. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about the 4 fragrances I have in this range. So I have the original Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture. I have Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Gold. I have Noir, and my latest one is Bubbly here on the end. I just hauled that. It was on a Fragrance Friday a couple weeks back. So we're gonna do a rundown of all the different top, mid, and base notes for these fragrances. As I was writing them out, I'm not gonna lie, they all sound like they're the same with some very minor differences, but these smell so different, but they definitely have the same DNA. So as you probably saw when I held all 4 of these bottles up, all of them are kind of synonymous to their bow. Every Juicy Couture, Viva La Juicy, they have like a different kind of bow, different color, different type of material. Some of them have some like flash on it. This one has a J with a crown, and then it has like this couture, like the typical 90s necklaces where you have the Carrie necklace from Sex and the City. So all of them have a different color bow. So this one's the original one. And then we have the Noir, which is a polka dot bow right here. This one is in a metallic bottle, whereas the other one you can see the juice from the inside, from through, and this one you cannot. Next up, we have, similar to the original one, a very silky bow, but it's very black, basic, beautiful, very distinctive, very subdued compared to most of them. And the newest one to my collection is Bubbly. This one is definitely out there. And this one actually has a little bit along the bottom here of some bubbles. We've got some taffeta type bow here. And then it looks like they're like little balls, kind of, I guess they're supposed to be bubbles similar to these ones on the bottom. But we've got to love the packaging. All the lids themselves here are all the same. So let's start with the original, Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture. This one was released in 2008. And this is also known by a lot of people for a very young ladies, young gals perfume. A lot of people would say a 20-year-old would wear it, but I'm just here to tell you right now, I'm going to be 43 this year and I love this fragrance. What I will say, this particular fragrance doesn't last a lot, like super long on me, but I do enjoy it for what it is. I absolutely enjoy it. The scent note descriptions for this one read, top notes of mandarin orange, wild berries, mid notes of honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine, and base notes of caramel, vanilla, praline, amber, and sandalwood. Oh, so good. You definitely get the berries. So like basically you're gonna find out when I start reading them all out to you, a lot of the top notes and the mid notes are very similar, if not identical. It's really the base notes that kind of change with sometimes a little bit of the mid notes. but the base note's kind of what it sails down to. This is definitely a fresh, beautiful, I definitely get the orange to start with, definitely get the wild berries. Yes, I get the vanilla. Praline, I guess the sweetness behind it, that's what kind of makes it a little bit young and flirty and girly. But that is the original one here. Absolutely love this one. It was the very first one in my collection. Next up, we have Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Noir. And she's beautiful. So unlike the last bottle, which you could see through the juice, this is a metallic bottle that you can see here. It has a nice, very, very handsome silk bow, a little pink dress with a little black shoe, a little black accessory. It's gorgeous. Now, this one was released in 2013, and this was actually the third one into my collection. So just like all the other bottles, the lid itself is the same. It's just the bow and then the packaging down. So the notes on Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Noir read, top notes of wild berry, mandarin orange, sounds familiar. Mid notes of honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine, again, identical to the very first one, but base notes are caramel, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So unlike the first one, which is caramel, vanilla, praline, amber, and sandalwood, this one's caramel, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood, so no pralines. So that's the only difference, but it makes such a huge difference because it is quite unique. I get more of, like, I want to say, like, just juicy fruits. Like, I get more of the berry, a little more musk, just a little bit more sexy nighttime feel, whereas the other one I would definitely wear more towards the day. You can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. But the first one, the original one, is definitely for the daytime for me. This one definitely be for night. I have worn this to bed lately. Really enjoy it. So I don't like the longevity again for this one is not particularly great. I'm going to give it like a 4 to 5 hours. It lasts on my skin a little bit longer than on my clothes, but this is beautiful. And there's only one difference. I read them out. One difference in the scent note description between Noir and the original Viva La Juicy, but there's such a difference in scent. I get definitely more berries in this one, and I get more of the sweet pralines, the dark, almost like a dark fruit, like the berries that they're using for this that are dark. That is Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Noir. The next one in my collection was released in 2014, and that is Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Gold. And just like the Noir that we just spoke on, you cannot see through the bottle. It is a gold colored bottle with, as we've described already, a nice black taffeta polka dot bow. Nothing's dangling off this. I do notice that they have a couture through here that's pink. That's pretty much the only big difference. The lids are all the same. This one I love, and actually Nelson does not have a good sniffer because, like, if you don't already know, he is a submariner, i.e. he works on submarines. He has pretty much lost his sense of smell to diesel because our submarines here in Canada are diesel run. So when he says he can smell something and he likes it, yeah, you listen, your girl listens. So, and I do really enjoy this one too. And I have worn it out in the evening. This is definitely an evening fragrance for me. I also have worn this one to bed on occasion. Really do enjoy this one. Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Gold is described as top notes of wild berries, mid notes of honeysuckle and jasmine sambuc, and base notes of caramel, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. And so this one's quite a bit, like, there's a lot of the similarities, as you guys can tell, for what the Juicy Couture does. This one, I get the richness, the sweetness, the pralines, the vanilla, or not, I guess it's caramel, but caramel, the vanilla, I just get like the rich. This one's just more rich. Again, it's not one I get a huge amount of longevity for. I would get about 4 hours, 5 hours maybe on skin. But I do enjoy this. I mean, these bottles are heavy. All of these bottles I'm talking about are heavy. I do not lift my bottles by the lid, even though right now I am, but I've got my hand underneath. I don't trust that this cap's gonna hold it, just because, like I said, these can be a, you know, intruder alert. Anyway, so I really do love this scent. This is a wonderful date night scent if you're able to go on a date, or if you have a date at home and you just, you know, you make dinner for your loved one and all that. So anyway, I really do enjoy this one. Highly recommend this one if you like more of a gourmand scent. This is definitely, between the three that we've spoken about, the most gourmand. And from the Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture line, this is the last one that I have. I have some other Juicy Coutures from a different line. but we're just going to talk about the ones with the bows today. So this one is my newest purchase. Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Le Bubbly was released in 2020. And I want to say it was released towards the very, very tail end of 2020 because no one talked about it. And Soki London, who I watch here on YouTube, she only just hauled this and showed it on her channel. And she's like fragrance person. And I was surprised that I was able to get mine before her. So I know that must have been towards the latter half of 2020 because she would have had her video up very quickly. But this one, as you can see the juice through the bottle. And this one has, like I mentioned before, the bubbles down below. We have the logo here, and we have a pink taffeta and kind of small little bubbles or polka dots, if you will, bow. And we've got some, I'm going to say, the little bubbles gem. And again, the lid is the same. So this one here, Viva La Juicy Juicy Couture Le Bubbly, is described as top notes of champagne, blood orange, mandarin orange, wild berries, and pink freesia, with mid notes of gardenia, vanilla orchid, and jasmine, and base notes of praline, amber, woodsy notes. First of all, I don't get woodsy notes whatsoever. Oh, I get the mandarin off the hop, but the mandarin rolls into a champagne-like scent, partially because it's light and bright, and champagne is very like light and bright. I don't get effervescence, but the orange helps it come into the champagne. But then I get the gardenia, the jasmine, the vanilla. It's beautiful. And this one, I get a better longevity from. I actually get this lasts longer. I wore it to work the other day. I work at the hospital. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I wore it to work today or the other day, and no one said anything. Like, no one said it was super strong. None of these are super strong. So again, I'm going to show you guys how in clips at the end how I wear certain types of fragrances. This one I have no problem kind of dosing myself up with the fragrance, but I really, really love this one, and it's very different from the original. It's very different from the other two here that I have. So what I'd say is the ones that are the most similar, I want to say, even though they all have very similar notes, I want to say these two are the most similar, although I get more darkness, like dark fruits from this one. This one to me is just, if you like a gourmand, this is probably the most gourmand of the four that I have. And if you want something really, really fresh and fruity and just fun and just puts a smile on your face and puts you in a good mood, this would be the one. A mood booster. So that's the end of the Juicy Couture chit chat and comparison of the four ones that I do have. But if you guys want to stay tuned and watch the tag video that Takara tagged me on, the reason why it's not super long in its own video, I'm sorry Takara, it's because I don't have a really big routine. The biggest difference you're going to see is how I wear my perfumes based on where I'm going or what I'm doing, and kind of also what perfume it is. So we're going to go through those in clips throughout the week, and I'm going to show you as I'm putting it on.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, I do like to wear perfume at night. This one is Ariana Grande's Cloud. I absolutely love this one, and that's why there's quite the dent in this bottle, and I basically just spray it everywhere at the pressure point. I'm a side sleeper, I usually sleep with my wrists up by my face, and yeah, so, and then I put, extra, because that's what we do before we go to bed, yeah. And for the office, this is a Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh Daisy. I just put a little amount. There's a couple of little spritzes because I do work in a hospital, and I'm just trying to not let anyone know I'm wearing perfume, but you got to do it. And Ani, Nishani's Ani. So I was going out with my friend for dinner that night, and after a long day of work, it was nice to put this on, enjoy it. It is a very strong fragrance. I only use 2 sprays, and that's more than enough for me, and I quite enjoy this one. And then there is a Philosophy's Fresh Cream. Now this one, funny story, I'm putting this on, and I want to show you that I can completely dose myself with this. And as I'm spraying and go a little nutty, I actually sprayed in my eye, as you'll see, as I'm about to turn around and splash this all over the place. And it's in my eyes. And I'm trying not to let you guys know that it's in my eyes. And we're done. And last but not least, I want to show you guys a couple fragrances that I do layer up. So these are both from KLE. One is Elixir 11 from KLE. I like to layer this one because it's got a red rose, like juicy apple, and then on top, I like the Vanilla 28, which is very caramelly, very vanilla, very sweet and layered together. They give a carameled apple with a rose infusion together.
As always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you very much to Takara for tagging me in her video. And I tag anybody out there who does videos. Know how do you wear your fragrances? And as always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.